Good morning, everyone. Honestly, feel like YouTube is my spot. Like, I love creating YouTube content. I love being able to like talk and create longer form content. I'm really not good at like Instagram and trying to make things pretty, and I guess that's the whole purpose of me wanting to start like a YouTube channel, is because like realistically I'm not super aesthetic. I am a mum. I'm really time poor. It takes a long time. Like, I don't have time, and I know this sounds like such a cop out, but like I don't have time to like coordinate my outfits and like clean my kitchen before I film content and stuff. So YouTube for me is like a really great way to like be creative and share my voice and share my tips, tricks, lifestyle habits, etc. in a way that's like actually relatable to other people who, you know, we can't, or we're not prioritizing like creating this aesthetic life and having all these nice things and being put together all the time. Like, I wear the same fucking dressing gown in every YouTube video. Like, I'm always in my trackies, eat similar food every day. So yeah, like, it's not about spending hours and hours and hours generating this perfectly aesthetically pleasing content. That being said though, my YouTube weekly vlogs are just so long. I talk a lot in them, and that's because I want to give as much value as possible, and also because, like I said, I don't have time to like be pre-scheduling when I'm actually able to film content, because I have to do content across like Instagram, I have to do my one-on-one coaching clients, I have to do my prep protocols, I have 2 hours of driving every day for the daycare pickup. So realistically, like, I have to find a way to structure content into like my life, is what I've learned this year. So today I'm actually going to film what I eat in a day as a bikini athlete and a mum to lose body fat. Now, it's not that these foods are magical for losing body fat, but the structure of them sure as hell helps. And I'm just putting it in a separate video, a bonus video this week, because like I said, my weekly vlogs are getting really long, and like a lot of the meals I show in my weekly videos anyways. So I'll give you like a little midweek update. For starters, I'm actually at my mum's house today. I'm 3 weeks out from my FMG New Zealand bikini debut, as you guys will probably know if you've been watching the rest of my series. And I have had some protocol changes, so I now have 3 hours of cardio a week, which I'm already pretty time poor, so I'm a little bit worried about it. And that's why I'm like, okay, cool, I need to pivot, I need to restructure like my system. And this is something that everyone needs to do, is like sometimes your routine isn't going to work for what you need to get to your goal, if that makes sense. So what I've actually done is I got up I get up early anyways, but instead of like using that time to like create content and client messages and stuff, I just got myself straight to the gym. I think I've done 4,000 steps or 5,000 steps already. It's 9 a.m. I've done 1 training session out of 3, and I'm going to go back this afternoon and do 1 hour of cardio. I just need to break it up a little bit. I'm going to have my breakfast now, which is always my egg white protein oats, but I'll show you guys how I make that. Then I'm going to walk the dogs. So then I've got like a massive chunk of my steps, and I don't have that in the back of my mind. And then I'm going to do a big work block from probably, so it's nearly 9 o'clock now, so probably like 9:30 to 10:30 I'll walk the dogs, try get my steps up, and then from 10:30, 11ish till 2 or 3 I will work. And I've got a dog here with me. I'll do a big work block, and then I've got daycare pickup. So that's the plan for the day. I will take you along throughout, and I'll show you what I'm eating. I've already had a coffee today. I have a trim cappuccino. I don't even know if it's actually a cappuccino, but I call it a trim cappuccino. I make myself a trim coffee every morning with like a tiny bit of collagen creamer. But this is my first actual meal of the day, so come along with me. So because I'm at my mum's house, I did prep my trusty esky with me. I brought my egg whites because they go in my oats, a little yogurt, boiled eggs. What I did with my oats and my chia seeds and my cinnamon, so I didn't have to like bring all these different packets of things, I just put them in this Ziploc bags. And I've actually I think I've made like 3 portions of these because I'm sort of planning to come here across the week So that just saves me time later in the week if I do want to pop over to mum's and have my first meal here. And also, I love putting things in small bowls because I just feel like it's so much more mentally satisfying. I just have to check how much egg whites that I'm actually having. So I've got 20 grams of chia seeds, 20 grams of rolled oats. Then I've also got 80 grams of egg whites, or 80 mils. Luckily mum has a digital scale, so I don't have to bring one with me. But 80 mils of egg whites. That was 79. I'll just leave it at that because I know that I'll over pour it. And then the key is to add in boiling water. Like, it has to be boiling water. And you have to whisk it until it goes foamy. Before you put it in the microwave, you want it to look like this. So it has like a foam layer on the top. Then I put it in for 1 minute. Then I give it another mix, top it up with a little bit of water, and I put it in again for 30 seconds to a minute, depending. In the meantime as well, I need to figure out, so I didn't actually bring my normal protein yogurt, but mum luckily had some in her fridge, except it's flavored and I don't normally get the flavored ones. And something that I think people aren't aware of is, like, if you have a meal plan, for example, and you have, like, your coach has given you unsweetened and you are buying the flavored stuff, like, you're stitching yourself up because the flavors have so much more carbohydrates in them from the sugar intake, so the macros are actually pretty different. So I just need to adjust this. So for example, the plain unsweetened version, 50 grams of the plain unsweetened version, which is the serving size that I'm after, is 30 calories and only 1.2 grams of carbs. But then if I scan the vanilla one, so if I do the vanilla one and I do 50 grams, it's 4.1 grams of carbs and 40 calories. So I mean, it doesn't seem like a huge difference if, you know, you're not somebody who's in prep, but when you're in prep, that is that can, like, make a big difference if you're doing that, you know, for every meal. So I still have the macros. It still fits within protocol for me to just switch it out directly for 50 grams. So that's all good. But I thought I would share that because, yeah, a lot of, like, I've had clients in the past that I always put, like, the plain unsweetened yogurt and they buy, like, the fruit yogurt or the caramel or the vanilla, and the macros are actually quite different. So this is, it kind of looks like scrambled oats, but you have to scrambled eggs. So just give it a mix and then top it up with more water. And I like mine, like, pretty runny because I just like to get as much volume as possible from my meals. So like I say, cook food in a way that it retains the most amount of water because it takes up more space in your stomach. So I kind of like mine, I don't know if you can see, like this kind of consistency, even actually a little bit more water because I am going to put it back in the microwave so it will absorb. So this is how you want it to look, and then you have to put the dark chocolate squares on it while it's still hot. Protein yogurt, I just realized as well I forgot my berries, but hopefully mum has some. Perks of being at mum's house. So I get 50 grams of vanilla protein yogurt. And again, this is why I love these small bowls, because they make you, like, when I'm at home, I put it in a big bowl because our small bowls are, like, too small and the oats just explode. But mum has these bowls and they're, like, perfect because they're small but they're really, like, deep. So you get a lot. It looks like you've got a lot of food. topped with some cacao nibs. We have the dark chocolate, cacao nibs, vanilla protein yogurt, egg whites, chia seeds, cinnamon, and topped with berries. You serious? She's so annoying. She's like the most annoying little dog. You seriously can't. Do you mind? Do you mind? Seriously can't beat this meal. Like, oh my god, she's so. There's one thing when I come to Mum's house to work, she's so frustrating. I'm gonna take them out though, so then they'll be a little bit more chill. But this is the best meal. Like, I don't get why people think that egg whites and oats is gross. Like, it's so good. Even when I'm not in prep, I prefer to have egg whites over protein powder. This is the aftermath. I swear every time I eat this meal, afterwards, the first thing that comes to my head is like, that was the best thing that I've ever ate in my life. Like, I am obsessed, and this has been my breakfast for over 2 years. Obviously, when I'm in a build phase, like, I have way more things I can play around with. Like, I can use banana, nuts, honey, nut butter, etc. But like the base of it, the chia seeds, the oats, chef's kiss. This is my lunch, which is my favorite meal of the day. It's pretty big. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen this already, but it's mince, like premium beef mince, which is the lowest fat mince, green beans, egg, almond butter, and pumpkin. And honestly, like, I know that sounds weird, but it is the best meal ever. Now, after I've just had my lunch, I'm trying to romanticize my life and have my 2 little squares of dark chocolate and a coffee. I usually, if I was at home, would make a proper coffee, but Mum doesn't have a coffee machine. So we just have some instant coffee with like 20 mils of blue milk and then 2 squares of Ghana dark chocolate. This is what I mean by sit down and just like savor the moment. I have the sun on my skin. I've got my Ugg boots on. I've got an annoying dog by me. My cup of coffee is nice and hot, and just like be grateful. Like, be grateful. Don't think about what you're missing out on or the food that you can't have or how much sacrifice you've had to make. Like, appreciate what you have in this moment and like how good this makes you feel. Honestly, I'm so happy. This is like like full 360 from the last couple of days, but I want to do what feels good. I'm just sitting in my favorite spot in Mum's house. It's like this lazy boy chair thing that gets all the sun in the corner of the house. Every time I'm at Mum's house, we always fight over who can sit in this chair. Something that I think is so important as well, especially when you are dieting, is really taking the time to appreciate your food and like not eating with any distractions. So I took myself away from, I've been doing client check-ins. So I'm having a little break now. I structure in a break. I have my food. I sit down, no phone, nothing. Like, just sit, be present with my food and enjoy it. And then I'm giving myself some time, maybe an extra 10 minutes now to like enjoy my coffee, sit in the sun, drink my hot coffee, enjoy my dark chocolate, and really like be present and savor it. This has been a huge game changer for me with my relationship with food and just bringing more mindfulness into the practice of like eating. I used to just wolf food down like as quickly as possible, and then it would always lead to me overeating because I'd never actually feel satiated. Like, I'd eat a meal and then I'd get up and I'd go look for like the next thing. So really slowing down the process of like sitting down, being present with your food, being grateful for your food, like everything is connected. And I know that sounds so woo-woo, and especially like when you are in the bodybuilding niche or the bodybuilding type world, you're exposed to it. Like, it's a lot of masculine energy and a lot of disconnect between, I guess, the inner work and the outer work, and everything is very like science and data. But there are deeper layers. Like, you can have a holistic approach to being a bikini athlete or a bodybuilder, etc. You don't have to be, you know, in this masculine energy all of the time. There definitely is like a time and a place, and sometimes like depending what your goals are and what you're actually wanting to take from the prep itself. I think the experience can look totally different with how you want to sort of navigate that. Back at home now, and it's currently 5 p.m. My dinner's in the microwave. My last meal that I ate was at 12, so it is a little bit longer. Well, to be honest, I usually go the longest stretch between my lunch and my dinner because I'm driving, and also that's usually like when I go train. Like I went and did some cardio, did the daycare pickup, and then drive home. By the time I get home, it's usually around 5. Easy for me to sort of keep that, like I don't feel hungry anyways because my meals are so filling. And I'll show you what this meal is. You would have seen it before if you follow me on Instagram. So don't actually struggle so much with the physical hunger like I've mentioned 10 million times. But again, this is why I wanted to film this, because like if you're prioritizing the right foods and you're balancing things like properly, you should be able to like relatively manage your hunger. I went to the health food store because I'm just craving like wholesome vibes after this last depletion week. The depletion week plus the mock peak week, I just feel absolutely like that was fucked. Like I was just eating, like this whole prep for me has been so wholesome, and like I've had so much nourishing, lovely food, and I've just felt really good. And the 2 weeks that I just had just felt fucked, like absolutely fucked. I can't even tell you. So I went to the health food store and I picked up a couple of things. So I thought I'd do a mini haul, but I got some Celtic salt. I love Celtic salt. This sounds really stupid, but it's like extra salty. You need the tiniest amount, and I don't know why it is so good. I mean, it does say superb flavor. I don't know why it's so good, but apparently it's like the richest salt in terms of like minerals, and I'm not sure if this is made up, but it's really good. And I actually have brought it, like I do buy it, and I've just ran out, so I've just repurchased it. I brought matcha. I really want to get into matcha. I saw a video of how to make a matcha latte with coconut water and trim milk, and it just looked so good, so I really want to try it. To be honest, probably, I mean, now's probably not the time to be trying it, but I just wanted to have some so that I can incorporate it at some point, because I want to do it with the coconut water. And also I drink, at the moment I'm drinking like 3 coffees a day. It's just for comfort, like for something warm to tie me over. So I was like, maybe I could replace the one coffee with like a matcha or something, just for something different, and then again make a moment of it. I really want to try this, but like I can be a little bit funny with protein powders. My gut can be a little bit funny with protein powders, so I'm not going to try this. But like I'm not going to try it now, but I saw it in the shops and I was like, I actually really want to try this because everyone hypes about it. It's the bone broth protein powder from grass-fed beef. I use the True WPI 90, so the whey isolate from True Protein, which is New Zealand grass-fed beef as well, and I love it and I have no gut issues with that. But everyone hypes about this, so I want to try it. And also just having these little sachets when I go traveling and stuff, or I'm like away for a long weekend or something, it's always good to just have some of these sachets stashed around your house or in your handbags, so that if you do get caught off guard, like you can have something. Tea. So I'm actually not a big tea drinker when I'm not in prep, but in prep I drink so much fucking tea, it's an actual joke. I got some nighttime tea. I love these tea blends. However, I don't love nighttime tea blends because I don't love the taste of like chamomile tea. But this one is a berry blend, but it's also got chamomile, echinacea, and berries. So I'm thinking I will enjoy this one a little bit more. And I just love all Tulsi tea. So Tulsi is holy basil. Not sure if you have heard of it. It is beautiful and delicious. I don't actually know the I don't know it's a sacred herb. I was like, I don't actually know the real benefits of Tulsi off the top of my head. I went through a real phase of it, but I seem to have forgotten. But the rose one is my favorite one, so I got some more of those. It gives like Turkish delight vibes, and I love anything Turkish delight. And that's my dinner, so I'm going to show you what exactly my dinner is. Okay, this looks fucked because the barbecue sauce was like at the bottom of its bottle, so it's like sprayed everywhere. But it is boiled egg with broccoli, boiled potatoes, salt, pepper, and lemon pepper basa fillets cooked with garlic, fresh parsley. It's delicious. Like, I know this looks like a hot mess because that stupid barbecue sauce, but it is so good. And in comparison to my hand, like, it is a lot of food volume. So again, volume. One thing that is definitely a struggle for us as a family that we've literally never done is we never eat dinner together. Like, it's something we need to work on, but none of us eat dinner together. Like, me and Henry never, our meal schedules never align. We don't sit at the table and have breakfast together. Me and Henry both eat out containers, and Amara like really doesn't eat much at all. Like, there's only particular things that she'll eat, which is basically like peanut butter on toast, sugar-free hot chocolate, muesli bars. I like this, it just, yeah. And like, I've tried, like, you saw all that food, you will see all that food that I prepped her. Like, I cook everything from scratch, make it super tasty, but she just has like no interest in eating, or like, yeah. And it's partially like my fault or our fault because we don't enforce, like, we don't sit at the table and eat. We're always rushing and like trying to get tasks done and tag teaming and stuff that, yeah, by the time we're all actually at home, it's like late and it doesn't align with my schedule, and then it doesn't align with Henry's schedule, and then it's this massive drama. So that's something that I really want to focus on next year, or for the rest of this year once I come out of this prep, is like, actually as a family we need to put in more effort to have like a consistent meal routine. It doesn't mean having the same meals, because, like, to be honest, me and Henry's goals are always going to be different anyways, but maybe having like one meal together every Friday, which is, I think we did used to do that for a little bit, but it didn't last that long because just like stuff, life's just busy. Yeah, or something like that. And then even just plating up our meal prep, like putting it on actual dishes and stuff. So yeah, that's something that we're working on, and it's something that's challenging. But I usually have my dinner around this time now. So it's 5:30. I actually have an earlier dinner. I used to always try push my meals out as far as I possibly could to like before I went to bed, so I'd go to bed full, and I used to have really bad digestion for a long time, and I never really like put two and two together. And our digestive system needs to rest as well. Like, we actually should not be going to bed feeling like stuffed and full, because when we're sleeping, that's our time for our body to recover, and our hormones and everything to repair, and our muscles to repair. And if our body is trying to break down a big ass meal not very efficiently while we're sleeping, like, it's not gonna, see, she's asked for another muesli bar, it's just, you're not gonna feel good, your gut health's not gonna be the best. So I try to eat at least 3 hours before I go to bed. This smells like Turkish delight. Last meal of the day, we have 30 grams of blueberries, 55 grams of apple, I think, cinnamon, 4 grams of honey, and protein Greek yogurt. I like to, again, put it in the small little cup. I'm going to sit down and enjoy this now, but I hope that this was informative and it showed you guys like how much you can actually eat in terms of volume when you are prioritizing the right food groups. So I'm going to sit down and eat this, and I actually have one more thing. I'm going to have the sleep supplement before I go to bed. It is in the salted caramel flavor. It's Sleep Plus from Switch Nutrition, which is magnesium and relaxation sleep support. So you can get this in like chocolate flavor as well, and it's just like a hot chocolate. I was like thrashing the hot chocolate, so I needed to swish it up, but I'm actually going to go back to the hot chocolate flavor once I run out of this one. It is 18 calories for a drink. It is quite sweet, so it just sort of helps give you that like nice warm feeling before you go to bed, like you've had a bit of a quote unquote treat or something. But yeah, this wraps it up, and I hope you guys liked this episode and found it useful.